Hi, welcome. Today I brought you a game of Emil Diemer and I think Schickner, I think is something like that. So this game has been played in 1950, and why I brought you this game? Simple, because it's aggressive, it's interesting, and I think somebody needs to talk about Emil Diemer. We don't have enough material about this guy, and this guy was pretty strong. So let's start. First we will talk a little bit, it's quick, about Diemer. So Diemer has been a chess master, he has written several theory, and for example, most of you probably heard about the Blackmar-Diemer Gambit. It's very interesting. We will see this next on this game. And about his work, this guy was a journalist, but his life is a tragedy, in my opinion. Why is that? Because he lived on the Nazi time, and of course he was German, and because of that he has worked as a journalist of the regime. Why is that a problem? Simple, because when he worked to the regime has fallen, and with that he has fallen too. So he became unemployed, and with that his mental health has declined. So it's a shame, because his last years has been passed, I think, talking to Nostradamus. I read something like he has written more than 10,000 letters on his last 25 years of life. He has died with 82 years old, and his last 25 years has been passed on a psychiatric hospital. So, forgetting his mental health and personal life, we will analyze one of his games, and I want to analyze later on in other videos other games of him, because this guy was too strong. So let's go. But before that, did you know that almost 87% of the viewers isn't subscribed? Why don't you like me? I'm a great person and I'm here just for you. If you help me, I'm going to help you. I promise. I'm willing to put one new video every day just for you. And I'm trying to start with the shorts. So, not the clothes, but the videos. So, if you want to see more, please subscribe, help this channel to grow, and with that you will improve faster. About me, today I've reached my highest rating on the internet. I'm with 2502, so yay, I'm happy. So if you enjoy the content, please like, subscribe, and any critics or suggestions you can always put on the comments or talk directly with me. My nickname on chess.com is _attack. So let's jump to our game. So talking about this game has been played on Germany in 1950, and Diemer was playing with white. The pronunciation of the black's player is terrible. Schickner, Schickner? It's complicated. So, if you know German, help me. I think it's Schickner. Schickner. With, I don't know. I'm going to quit. So, he started with d4, and this game is great to practice tactical moves, a little bit of positional play, but the most important is tactical moves, initiative, and sacrifices. So let's go. d4, d5, beautiful. e4, and we will see the Blackmar-Diemer. So here, of course, black has taken, because, well, all the gambits needs to be accepted. They say that this is good to accept always the gambit, and that's the reason I play gambits, because I want them to accept. If you see somebody playing with me, and if I play, for example, a Mocha Gambit, they will accept, and I will be automatically very happy, because well, you will have the initiative, you will attack, and they just will create problems if you fail your attack. So You don't need to be worried about. So this continued with knight c3. This is main theory, and after created by him. And after knight to f6, he will continue with f3. So he is giving up material, but with that, he is winning on the development. So nowadays, they believe that pawn takes is a great way to continuing this position. But of course, probably for me, it would be more complicated to play for white with c5, I think, because c5, I think the continuation is with bishop e3. So here, black has continued taking, and after queen takes, yes, white takes with the queen. Why is that? Because after, of course, queen takes d4, nowadays, they know that this isn't the best approach for black. So normally is g6, bishop g7 with castle kingside. But well, on those days, he was creating, Emil Diemer was creating this line. So everyone, of course, if you give up a pawn, I'm going to take the pawn. You need to prove that you're correct. So after queen takes d4, of course, bishop e3. And the thing is that I've already developed the queen and two minor pieces, and black will lose another tempo and has just one minor piece, sorry. So after queen plays to d4, the truth is that if you evaluate that with a computer, the computer will say that black is better, but look at this position. I like much more the position of the white, because you are leading on the development, you are creating pressure, and after castle queenside, this looks good because the rook is attacking the file, the queen is very well placed, and don't forget this move. Yeah, this doesn't happen because you're threatening knight d5, and if bishop takes, we give checkmate. This guy was a genius. Talking about chess, this guy was a genius. It remembers something like the history of Bobby Fischer, Paul Morphy. Those guys, they finished very, very badly. Steinitz too. We will talk about Steinitz too on another video. So, okay, here black has continued with c6, and after rook to d4, the computers don't like that, but how would you reply to this move? Nobody plays rook d4 on this. Rook d4 is so strange. But the thing is that you need to reply something, and everyone will reply queen a5. Makes sense. The computers like to. But after rook, first bishop e2, and then rook to a4. Now the queen will play again, and we continue leading on the development. Okay, let's evaluate. This rook is strange, because looks like black can continue with b5, but bishop takes, pawn takes, queen takes, probably isn't so easy. But the truth is that this rook is strange, doesn't have much mobility, but as a goal, the bishop cannot go here because the rook is defending. So here, this continued with knight to a3. Never play a knight to the side of the board, unless you're Diemer. Because what is the idea? Simple. I need to develop the knight, and the bishop is on e2. So let's develop by h3. And after bishop to e7, now white needs to decide, how will I continue this game? Well, develop the pieces to the center. Yeah, forget about that. You need to protect your king. Okay, yes, this king is secure. Yeah, true. Okay. You need to put your rooks on open files. Okay, this rook is on an open file. Yeah, this one isn't. So, okay, let's put on an open file. Diemer has played that. Yeah, he follows some principles. So here, this continued with h6. Ugly move, I don't like. Well, I don't know why black has played that. Probably bishop e6 to try to develop quicker would be a good idea, I think. And here, after h6, well, this game will finish in 13 moves. Because here, it's time to be happy. g4, let's go. And the bishop cannot take, because rook will take next. of course. So this isn't a plan. Look at this knight. This knight will not go anywhere. And about the rest, okay. Do you want to castle kingside? This isn't easy to play because I've give to you my plan. I want to attack your kingside. So if I'm starting an attack, probably it will not be a good idea to castle kingside. Probably queenside is better. So here he continued with bishop e6. Makes sense. He is developing, he will try knight e7 and castle queenside. Okay, he will lose a pawn, but black is winning by 2 full points, so probably isn't problematic. So here, Diemer, of course, will advance the pawn, because it's possible. Of course, we need to think about bishop takes knight, and the truth is that this is playable. Probably I wouldn't take the knight because we would lose material. So it's better to take first. And the thing is that this pawn cannot take because is pinned. It's a relative pin, I think, is that the name. So after normal moves, queen d7, this is playable for both sides. Here, I think is interesting to play, for example, queen takes, and after knight takes, probably g takes knight, and the material is even. So, okay, here this continued with h takes g. And after, of course, knight takes. The thing is that we are leading on the development and we have the initiative. So Diemer was very strong playing with the initiative, and this guy knew how to calculate very well, and you will see that in this game. So the game is almost finishing, because here, of course, black will continue with knight to d7, and after knight takes, pawn takes, of course, the pawn structure is terrible. So this is debility, so the pawns are completely compromised, and yeah, it's important to do something to the king, or else this king will be attacked. For example, queen to h6 is a real threat. So here black will castle queenside, and I think this move is interesting because the computers enjoy this move of the black players. I don't know, for me it doesn't make any sense, serious. But the thing is that the position is complicated. Probably I would play a5, and I don't know, later I decide what to do with the king. Of course, after queen check, okay, king d8, it isn't easy. Queen takes, rook h7, I don't know. This is complicated for black right now. So this guy played an erratic way. But the thing is that the style is always creating problems each move to his opponent. So, of course, here, after the castle queenside, rook takes, and if you analyze this with the computer, the position is even. Talking about the material, black is still winning by 1 point, but this game will finish on a beautiful attack. I dream to play like that. I don't want to be like Diemer because I enjoy a lot my personal life, and I want to maintain my brains and my mental health. But the way that this guy attacked is brilliant because, okay, here black will fail, but I think most players would fail on this move. The correct way of defending that is with the king b8, and I don't know, it isn't easy to play this move because the queen can take on that on g7, and yeah, it looks like white is better. The material is even, white has the initiative, and the thing is that this rook cannot take, or else we will lose material because the knight is protecting the bishop. So this is complicated. So here black has continued with knight b8, and after that he played knight to a4. Why is that so good? Because he is creating pressure to the b6 square. So here black just have one move to protect that, is knight to knight to this d7 or knight to d5. Probably knight d5 would be better because occupies the center and isn't so close to his king. It's complicated because this king is suffocating by his own pieces. So here, this will continue with rook a8. And the thing is that Diemer is seeing that his opponent doesn't have enough space to breathe. So Schickner is suffering right now. And here, black has continued with queen to d6. And after this move, rook d1 makes every sense because we are attacking the queen. And at the same time, this file is important because we'll control the escape squares of the king. So this continues with queen to b4. And right now, of course, here exists several different ways of winning this possession, but Emil Diemer has found a very creative way of finishing this game. So first he will play bishop to b6. And of course, this is interesting because, well, he is threatening to win material, and of course, if this knight takes, this will finish on material. Exercise. If you want, you can put on pause, because this happened on the game. Of course, if black wouldn't take, this would be always complicated. For example, queen check would be an idea, king to b1, and now it doesn't exist, nothing. White is better. So after knight takes, what would you play? Think a little bit, put on pause, please, because this will be important for you. You will grow your level, improve, your level as a chess player and your creativity too, because after knight takes, this is unstoppable. White has checkmate on 3 moves. So how can you give checkmate on 3 moves? I've solved several chess puzzles that are easier, much easier than that. And the rating was to 3000 on chess.com, for example. So this isn't so easy. And the move is, I'm going to give the answer. Put on pause, put on pause. The move is beautiful. Queen takes on c6. So after queen takes c6, of course, the only move is pawn takes. And after that, we have bishop check. The knight, don't forget, is pinned. And after king plays to c7, checkmate. My God, beautiful, 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 beautiful. So this guy played a lot. And in my opinion, he was a victim of the times he lived. It's a shame because Diemer adds much to give to the chess world. And if you want to know more about the Blackmar-Diemer the Gambit, please tell me something. Talk with me and we can do something about this Gambit still this week. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and tomorrow at the same hour we will be here to talk a little bit more about chess. Thanks for all the support. Till tomorrow. Bye bye.